This is just a short glimpse into the incredible life of our mother, Vera Beaver Espinola-Beery de Krivolopolov, presented by her children with great love and affection for all that she has imparted into our lives.
The song was written by Fred Ebb and John Kander, orchestrated by Don Costa, and stolen by me. Start spreading the news. I am leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes, they are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in that city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. My little town blues, they are melting away. I'm gonna make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. Da, 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 da. In New York, New York, I want to wake up in that city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the list, head of the heap, king of the hill. Every time I hit that note, I get such a pain right over here. These are little town blues. They have all melted away. I am about to make a brand new start of it. Right there in old New York. And you bet your bippy baby, if I can make it there, you know I'm gonna make it just about anywhere. Come on, come through.
Fire is like unto love. It first begins with darkness, then starts out life as a spark. This spark is kindled from within itself, and too by forces from without. It grows and mounts to tremendous heights, dancing and leaping for the mere joy of existence. All who look upon it are brightened. All who roam close feel its warmth. If the fire is fed with kindness, truth, and understanding, it cannot die, but lives on forever, even beyond the lives of those for whom it burns. This gift, then, my darling, is a symbol of my love for you. The fire will start out life as a spark, as did our feelings for one another many months ago. Then, just as our love grew quickly, so too will the flame, and it will never die. For I will always feed it with enough kindness, truth, and understanding to last an eternity. Vera.
Por amor se han creado los hombres en la faz de la tierra. Por amor hay quien haya querido regalar una estrella. Por amor fue una vez al Calvario, por una cruz a cuesta. Aquel que también por amor entregó el alma entera. Por amor se confunden las aguas y en la fuente se besan, y en las alas de las mariposas los colores se crean. Por amor ha existido en el mundo.
You are on the road, must have a code that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Teach your children well, their father's help did slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they fix, the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would cry, so just look at them and sigh, and know they love you. And you of tender years can know the fears that your elders grew by, and so please help them with your youth. They see the truth before they can die. Teach your parents well, their children's hell will slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they fix, the one you know by.
This would be Mom and Dad's last trip to Jarabacoa, Dominican Republic together, to the house that Dad's dream was to take all of his grandkids every summer there to play with him in the mountains.
Por amor se han creado los hombres en la faz de la tierra. Por amor hay quien haya querido regalar una estrella. Por amor fue una vez al Calvario con una cruz a cuesta. Aquel que también por amor entregó el alma entera. Por amor se confunden las aguas y en la fuente se besan, y en las alas de las mariposas los colores se crean. Por amor ha existido en el mundo siempre tanta belleza, y el color de la naturaleza se pintó por amor. Por amor soy de ti y seré toda la vida mientras viva. Por amor soy de ti, por amor, por amor, por amor.
Sur les harmonies.
Attention, c'est un mariage qui va...
Oui, oui.
Here she comes now, saying morning, morning. Oh, shoot 'em down, turn around, come on, hold it. Hey, you give me love and I feel alright now. You got me tossing, turning me loving back, and I feel alright. I say yeah, yeah. Well, you make me feel so.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Everyone can see we're together as we walk on by, and we fly just like birds of a feather. I won't tell no lie. All of the people around us, they say, can they be that close?
When a man loves a woman, when a man loves a woman, can't keep his mind on nothing else. He'll change the world for a good thing he's found. If she is bad, he can see it. She can do no wrong. Turning back on his best friend if he put her down. When a man loves a woman.
we're giving love in a family dose. We are family. Hey, I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Sing it to me. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Living life is fun, and we just begun to get our share of this world's delight. High hopes we have for the future, and our goals in sight. We know we don't get depressed. Here's what we call our golden rule. Have faith in you and the things you do. You won't go wrong. Oh no, this is our family jewel. We are family. Sing it to me. I got all my sisters with me. Sing it to me. We are family. I can hear you, guys. Get up, everybody, and sing.
When you're down and troubled and you need some love and care, and nothing, oh, nothing's going right, just close your eyes, think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up, yeah, even your darkest night. You just call on my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Spring, summer, or fall, now you're young. All you got to do is call on me, and I'll be there, yeah, yes, I'll be there. You got a friend. If sky
Right, the unrightable wrong. To love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one man scorned and covered with scars still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star.
Hello, I'm John Thomas. St. Petersburg, Florida is leaping into the international art world with a one-of-a-kind exhibition. Hundreds of art objects, including the magnificent Fabergé eggs and coronation crowns of the czars, are coming directly from the Kremlin Armory Museum in Moscow to the new Florida International Museum. Reporter Pam Forrester and videographer Tony Ventulin went to Russia to meet the curators who made this exhibition possible. Their story is titled Treasures of the Tsars.
For 76 years, the church bells in Red Square were silent, as were most of the churches in Russia.
Right after the revolution, the priests and monks were killed, many of them, and they were scattered throughout the country. They were defrocked, placed into prison camps in Siberia. The church underwent a tremendous persecution. Moscow was known as the city of churches. There was supposed to be one church for every day of the year. During the time of communism, when I was there in 1980 studying, there were only a handful of working churches, as they call them. There were many churches that were used as warehouses, as barns for animals. They were desecrated.
Only by visiting Russia can we see this multicolored domed church. For those not fortunate enough to make that journey, clothes from Catherine the Great's wardrobe, dishes from the Tsar's tables, and the 17th century armor that young Peter I wore are leaving the Kremlin on an historic trip to the United States. 265 objects have been chosen for the Treasures of the Tsars exhibition in St. Petersburg, Florida.
It was selected according to a historical theme which is very unique for the period of Russian history in which Russia finds itself today. Specifically, it's dealing with the Romanov period of the last 300 years, 1613 to 1913. It tells the story of the Tsars in a way that it was never permitted to be told before during the time of the Soviet Empire.
A centerpiece of the exhibition is a Fabergé egg with tiny portraits of the Tsars encrusted in gold and enamel. It is a family photo album for the Romanovs made in 1913. It's a final snapshot of these rulers. Not long afterwards, the family was assassinated at the beginning of the Communist Revolution.
The so-called loving cups. Loving cup. That was a tradition in Russia to recall those who had passed away by filling a cup of that shape and passing it round the table. Everyone sitting at the table who gathered at the table to recall, to pay respect to the person who passed away had to drink of this cup. Since it was passed around the table, everyone with love drank what was in there, and usually that was alcoholic drink.
The loving cup is very special because it has a very tender meaning written in Cyrillic around the upper rim of the cup. It said, this cup is metal and it will bend but never break, just like love. Love will bend, but it can be mended too.